Hi, and welcome to More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast where we help you build a successful business with me, Anna Angelova, business coach and consultant, and my fellow co host and business consultant, Joris Minnesvan. Hey, Joris, welcome back to Canada.
Hi Anna, it's good to be back home after a tiring, long trip. Always good to come home to our beautiful country and be here with everybody.
It's amazing having you back, and especially for an interesting conversation we have today. And today we are focusing on helping you if you're starting a business, just starting a business, and thinking about one piece of, let's call it technology, and it's ultimately your website. Do you need a website when you are starting a business? Joris, I'm giving you the mic.
Yes and no. Well, it all also depends, right? Uh, with today's economy, we have had websites for now, what, since 1999, 98. And since the start of e-commerce in between 2003 and 2005, a website, I think, is more than just a tool to sell. I think the website has become the presence, the legitimacy of companies, where if you don't have a website, you don't have a presence, you don't exist. Um, do you really need it? Not really. You can still start, especially if you're selling a product or if you're even, we know 'cause some of the people that in our circle that they have had businesses for successful business 9 to 10 years without a website. Can you be successful? Can you reach the masses? No. Uh, do you need it? No, not really. So it all depends on what you want to do, right? So if you want to expand and at some level, at some point, yes, you do need it, but not to start a business.
And I am completely on board with what you were saying. I know that as you're listening to our podcast today, you might be thinking, but what I've been working on my website for the past 3 weeks and I'm launching my business with a website. Uh, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not build it and they'll come. And you are better suited, you'd better go invest your time in talking with people, in having conversations, one-on-one conversations with your ideal customers, whether you're selling a service or whether your idea is for a service or some kind of a product, including SaaS products. You are better, your time is better invested going out there and talking with your ideal clients instead of building a website. And yes, Joris, I completely agree with what you were saying that the website comes and it's more than a. So at some point, websites were really static. And like you say, aging ourselves a little bit. I used to program HTML, like just HTML in a notepad at school. Like in high school, this is what we did, like just on a notepad, HTML. And when we added JavaScript and things started moving, it was like, oh, you know, so amazing. And then when you add the database behind it and the whole thing, but I don't want to get too technical as we are talking about this. Ultimately, the answer to the question is that no, you don't need a website to start a business. And Joris, like you mentioned, not just our circle, some of our clients. We are actually creating a website for one of our clients. And she's been in business for, like, she's been doing what she's been doing for the past few years now. And she's been really successful with referrals. Yes, now is the time for her to solidify her presence and expand her business by adding a website. Like it's another way to build marketing. She can run Google ads and things like this and bring more clients that wouldn't find her otherwise. Now that she has a website, a lot of things are open for her. But she build a business and then the website is just one asset and one way for the business to grow. your business is ultimately not a website, and having a successful business has nothing to do with having a website or not having a website. And this comes from someone who I also built my website before I had my first client. It was like, oh, I'll have the presence, and without presence, no one will take me seriously. And then I found out the hard way that, okay, I built it and no one is coming. What's going on? Like, I actually had to go and tell people from my own network that, oh, by the way, I'm now a coach, and this is what I do. Do you know anyone who is struggling with this or would benefit from this? And then suddenly it started with two of my classmates who said, I need your services. I would benefit from this. I've been looking for a coach. And the website didn't bring me my first clients. And even with what we are doing right now with our business together, Joris, the website didn't bring us our first clients. Our first clients came through our network and connections. And again, I don't want to be like bearer of bad news and telling you this, but someone needs to tell you this. Whoever is selling you processes and things that all miraculously you get millions of clients by not doing anything, no. Your first clients are either your direct connections and most likely acquaintances, not friends and family, most likely acquaintances. Sometimes they might actually be your friends and family. They can help you, especially if you are selling a product. They can actually be the first users of your product. And also second degree connections, like friends of your friends, friends of your siblings, for example. These are your first clients. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you start talking with them, the sooner you get in front of them, the sooner your business will start bringing revenue and you get to have your shiny website.
Interesting that you mentioned earlier, it's not you build it and they come. Maybe in 1997, 98, that would have been true. Maybe there were about 5,000 websites in the world, and not even. And speaking of aging, I used to develop IIS servers, web servers manually, like typing, anyways, and domain name servers and firewalls. But I just checked the statistic. There are 1.19 billion websites on the internet today. Almost 1.2 billion. That means there is a website for every four people. Think about what a kind of a sea you will get lost into, and what you need to do, what effort you need to do to reach these people or stand out from amongst these 1.2 billion websites. Like you said, have your client, build a client base, and then the website will help you enhance and go to the next level, but it's absolutely not necessary to start. And yeah, you're right. It's not bad news, it's a truth. We have to accept it. Uh, You need to go after your clients a different way than just a website.
When you are starting, this is the way to go. And if you have an existing business, this might actually be a reminder for you that one way to find clients is through your network. And if you find yourself stuck, maybe you need to go back to some of these fundamentals and get out and talk with your network. And, now you might be thinking that, oh, but my idea it's an e-commerce or SaaS product. How can I start it without a business? You can start without a website. How can I start my business without a website? You can start it again by talking with your people, by getting sales before you even have mm, the product available, and delivering some kind of MVP, like if it's a software as a solution kind of uh, offer that you want to have, like you can deliver an MVP that is not the solution itself. And as you deliver the MVP, as you make sure that, oh, yes, there is a need, people want this, then you can start developing the website, you can start developing the software. And the same applies with e-commerce. Like you can do the first sales manually. Someone can e-transfer you the money, and you can buy the product and have it delivered to them. Like you can do that concierge experience, whatever you want to call this kind of high touch experience. And you can actually charge for some of these. You can charge higher prices than you charge for your um, general product or service. You can charge higher prices as you are validating, verifying that, oh yes, there is a need, there is a market, people really want this and need this. And if you're wondering, okay, so when do I actually build the website? Uh, I would go back to what Joris, what you were saying. It depends. It depends. It depends on what you're building. If it's a e-commerce software as a service, this kind of thing, you will want to and need to start building your business as soon as you validate and see that, oh yes, there is need, there is a market. Of course, you want to start building your website. You want to start building that solution and having things ready. Now, if you are also planning to work with bigger organizations, for example, even providing services, having a website and presence online uh, gives that credibility. It gives credibility. It also allows you to start building domain presence, the domain authority, and things like this. So absolutely, as you get your first clients, you will want to start developing your website. Now, if you are not working in any of these areas, if you're working in a business where you provide a service, especially some kind of coaching or consulting service where uh, people know you and refer people to you, like you keep on getting people through referral, you might not need a website. Although nowadays, or you might not need it right now, you might be able to have the business being profitable and relatively successful even without a website for even a few years. However, we do live in a world where online presence matters. And yes, you can have a LinkedIn page, for example, about your business. You don't have to develop your own website. The caveat, though, or Facebook page, the caveat, though, is that whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you would be building the business on someone else's land. And when they change the rules, a lot of your visibility, a lot of your engagement could disappear. So, from this perspective, starting your business, yes, you don't need a website to start with. But as you're building it, having your own website is another asset. It's a way for you to build credibility. It's a way for you to attract new clients. It's a way for you to build on your own ground and know your own rules where people can connect with you. People can read your articles, for example, can comment there, can join your email list. We talked about the importance of email list recently. So in terms of when, again, like, depending on what type of business you are, who you're working with, when is sometimes as soon as you have that initial proof, and other times you might have the website ready 2 3 years into your business. Like, yeah, it's possible. But actually, I would recommend having it there, uh, not as the first thing, but within a few months of starting, have your website there. Uh, Joris, anything you would like to add?
Another piece of statistic. I just mentioned that there are 1.19 billion websites. Of those, only 193 million are active. 17.3% are active. So it goes to show you that a website doesn't necessarily um, build your business, doesn't necessarily is not a foundation for your business. It's a channel, it's a tool, as you mentioned before. Uh, Branding, for example, you can put your brand there, popularize your brand, but you don't really need a website to run a business. Absolutely not. So statistically, like there are 170,000 websites a day created. It's almost lost its value for a legitimate, uh, good business building tool. No longer exists. There are so many, like I said, we have created this ocean that every website gets lost in that ocean, and you trying to reach the right client is almost becoming impossible.
Love the numbers you're sharing, and mm, yeah, it shows you that you don't need it. For some businesses, you don't need a website to run your business. We will website help, absolutely, but it's one channel, it's one way. And the key takeaway from today, from this conversation, is that do not focus on building a website when you're starting your business. Focus on getting out there and talking with your prospects, talking with potential clients, and only after you get a few clients and you make sure that, oh yes, what I have actually is valuable, whether it's a product or a service, then you can focus on building a website uh, as one of your assets, as one of your channels, marketing channels. Mm, so this is the biggest takeaway for you for today as you are starting your business. Don't repeat the mistakes I made. Yes, website is good, but it's not necessary. It's not a must. And even what you were saying, Joris, with the 193 million active websites, there are a lot of websites that are personal websites, for example, that are not related to businesses. So there are so many businesses out there that probably don't have websites and they're doing okay. Mm, So this is a good reminder to focus your time and energy on what matters, on the things that actually move the needle, not things that feel comfortable, not things that feel like you're achieving something, that you're doing a result but achieving nothing, that you are productive but achieving nothing ultimately. So I think this is it from my perspective. I don't know if there is anything I would share for today.
I think we're good. I think the message that we wanted to get out there, I think we relayed that message. And just one other thing on the closing, if you decide to get a website, don't spend a lot of time on it. Focus on the number of items that you need on the website, deliver it, put it on, see what the value is. Once you see traffic, once you see value, you can outsource that to other companies to build it for you. Don't waste a lot of time building a website. You can start with the minimum basics.
This is a good point. Yes, definitely MVP. Think minimum viable product and what moves the needle. And in terms of technology, again, it's people, processes, technology. And that's why we are having these different conversations. And as a reminder, even the best technology in the world is not the answer to starting the business. The business technology is not a business. Uh, and if you need help with starting the business, actually, if you are in that early stages and you're wondering, but what do I do? How do I start it? What's a path I can follow? I am actually adding a link to a waitlist we're building for a membership that we're working on, where we will be able to help you start your own business. So if you are there, if you are starting, and if you are wondering how to proceed, what to do, uh, check out the link. And if you're interested, put your email and we'll contact you once the doors are open so you can be one of our founding members.
Great, great share. And if you anybody's watching the video and they see me having this control yawns, it's because my body and brain think it's midnight already for me in Europe. So apologies for that. It's only 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sort of in midnight mode, but yes, absolutely. Join our list. You will be surprised how amazing the product is that will help you build your business.
build it the right way. This is one of the key things. Build it the right way with the foundations and structure that allows you to step out, to go on a vacation, and the business keeps on running, that allows you to scale as big as you want. If you want to have $1 million business a year, you have $1 million business a year. If you want to have a $10 million business, you have a $10 million. If you want 100, you get the point. So go check it out. I highly recommend checking the link, the page, and if you're interested, put your name in there, like the email, and we'll contact you very, very soon for launching, for opening the doors for this membership where you'll be able to connect with other aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners, and start your journey to freedom and fulfillment, I would say.
Very exciting. Thank you, Anna.
Thanks, Joris. Thank you again. And we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of More Than Just Task Management, where we will focus on the topic about people. And I think what we're talking about tomorrow will be on your personal development plan. As a business owner, how do you grow? Because your business will never outgrow you. And as I'm saying this, that your business will never outgrow you. If you're looking for reasons why you need to join our new membership, this is a good reason that you need to grow as a person, you need to grow as a business owner, even when you're starting your business, so you can grow a business, especially if you want something in the millions, tens of millions of dollars, you need to grow with it. And tomorrow we'll be talking about how to develop your own personal growth plan. Because as the leader of the business, you set the example, and your business is really a reflection of you and your potential. So join us for another insightful conversation in More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast that helps you build a successful business. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And Joris, amazing seeing you again. And see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you. Bye.